Hello, guys. Welcome to the podcast. Final battle. Yeah.
Bing dong diggity dee. It's almost the end of, well, technically it is the end of Black History Month.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
Happy Black
Shout out
History
to
Month.
Storm
Storm.
and all of the a million other electric based black superheroes there are.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Storm.
Miles
Who else is out there?
Morales, Static
Miles
Shock.
Morales. Oh my God, I didn't even think about Miles.
Yeah, he's technically
Holy.
electric powers. I mean, he
Uh,
is Spider-Man, but he also has electric powers.
yeah. Let's see. Black Lightning.
Oh
So on the
yeah,
nose.
yeah. Black Lightning.
Ethnic lightning. It's like, can't be bad enough as lightning.
It'd be
It's
really
like
like a big slap in the face, like
was it?
if they make Anthony Mackie's character in the new not Avengers, Captain America
Oh
movie.
my god.
It just gave him like some semblance of lightning powers.
They gave him a range because he has the bird on his he has the I
The
guess whatever he calls the falcon, the little drone,
Yeah.
but he uses that and it creates an electric shock like a lightning storm over top of you. Be like, you know what? At this point, there has to be a message here.
like
Has to be an agenda.
like I look at the camera. How original.
Right, right. Like he's like I can use some help here, and he just sends it out, and then what it comes, and then he breaks the fourth wall. How original! What the, what is happening?
Right. Yeah. Um, so happy Black History Month. February is almost over. Um, last week a lot of goodies dropped. Uh, we're gonna go over them. A lot of good shit. Not like a lot of trailers and announcements. Mainly trailers.
Yeah.
Um, what do you want to start with first? Do you want to start with Elden
Um.
Ring since it's fresh in your mind?
Yeah. Sure. Actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's do. Okay, so DLC for Elden Ring, the trailer dropped. It's called The Shadow of the Erd Tree. It's like, I think it's like the highest anticipated thing in the summer now, because like I don't know what else was coming out this summer. I mean, I guess Final
Uh,
Fantasy.
um.
I mean, Final Fantasy 15. No, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is coming out this week, but that's cool. I'm sure it'll be great.
I definitely saw. I saw a lot of comment section. Yep. Already put in my. Already called out for the 21st.
That's
Yep.
what
I would be sick on the 21st. It's like, hey yo.
That's what I did for Cyberpunk. I just put
Holy
I
shit.
put in leave, and then well, for Cyberpunk for that leave, something else happened, so I didn't get to play the game. But it's like whatever. But I don't no. I think for Elden Ring when it first came out 2 years ago, I think I did put leave for that as well, and it was great. It was great. But did you
Love
want me to
that.
go first, or did you want to go? I can go first.
Yeah. No, you can go first. You can go first.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about the price tag for it. So a lot of DLC usually tend to be like, I don't know, like $15, I guess. I don't really know.
Yeah, something about
But
like that. Like a season pass, like 20,
yeah,
25, maybe.
this
Multiple.
my bad.
No, no, no. You good? You good?
this this DLC is $40.
What
Um,
the hell?
a lot of people on formerly known as Twitter are like, oh my god, this game's gonna be amazing. What they show in the trailer, and then like it's $40. So apparently for Front Software, the most they ever charge is like $15 to $20 for a DLC for a game. But for forty
That,
dollars, it's like
that's damn
fucking.
near another game.
Well, the thing is, so what the DLC entails, it's gonna be like a new map, a new open world map. It's gonna be the size of the starting area called Limgrave, and
Uh,
Limgrave is a big map.
it's big as shit.
It's big. Like it's not the biggest map, but it's a big map. Like you think you're done, and then you find more shit. Like there's a lot of stuff in Limgrave. Um, I haven't looked at any lore videos that much. I'm going to, but I haven't. But there's a lot of cool things. Like I don't know, like in general, like the trailer. It was they just showed new content. Like the only thing that was from the base game was like this armor called the Raging Wolf armor, which is
Um,
it's like it's really funny because it's like how like to hook players in, they'll show off like the I guess the launch trailer or the first trailer, this really cool armor set, and it's like, oh, you can get this, and like it's in the game, and then like But it's really funny because apparently this technique where they show off a really cool armor, usually that armor will be on the box art, and for Elden Ring it's the first time they didn't do that. I think
Oh,
like
okay.
in the box art it's a different character's armor, and it's like that's interesting. But like so like just new content, it just looks crazy. Like it's really funny because a lot of people on Twitter were like, oh my god, there's a cool kick move you could do. Melee only builds are gonna eat. It's like that's cool as shit. And like I guess the biggest tidbit was did you see the guy with the snakes and he summons like fire? He has red hair. He's kind of like
Mhm.
palish and skinny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's called I believe it was called Veskler the Impaler. A lot of people it's interesting because I don't know exact evidence, but so a lot of people think he's so there's this character in the game called Marika. Marika is the god who started the Golden Order, and who basically is like she's like think of her as like the president of the Earth Tree, or I guess the governor.
Okay.
That's what she is. And apparently she has a lot of children, a lot of demigods like Radon, Ronnie, Melania, Mikola. Um, it's really funny because I don't know if you know this, but the guys who write Dark Souls in general wrote this game, but George R. R. Martin also wrote Elden Ring, and
Uh, okay.
there's this funny bit because I name names that start with M, Mikola, Melania. Um, I can segue into this. So the new character they introduced, Meskler of the Impaler. I
Uh-huh.
I'm probably pronouncing the name wrong. He also starts with an M. A lot of people think he's one of America's unwanted children.
Mm.
There's an NPC ghost in the base game that talks about a child from America, and then there's a theory because he can. Why would you be unwanted? Maybe he summons fire and shit. So a lot of people think he tried to burn the Erd tree. So
Okay.
he was sent to the new DLC world, which is called the Shadowland, I think. I don't know.
And that would make sense. Shadow of the Erd Tree,
Yeah.
because he was banished from it. Okay. He was
So
in the shadow of it.
the
Okay.
the story is apparently when we go to this DLC, we're following the footsteps of Mikola, who is Mikola's. Okay, so Mika and Melania are the first set of children that America and what's his name? Godfrey had. Um Mikola, so both of the children are like inflicted with a disease. Melania, I mean, she's the one of the hardest soul-born bosses in the game. She has a affliction of scarlet rot in her skin. Mikola is cursed with eternal youth. For some
Mm.
reason, Mikola decides to proceed to go to the land of the Shadowland, I guess. And I'm not a lore expert, but
Okay.
he proceeds to follow the footsteps of America. So the land of the shadows is the land where America became a god. So it's like, oh,
Oh.
that's really cool. And like, there's a lot of cool stuff about like, did you see like, there's like the character could summon a big bear head with it had a horn.
Mhm.
That's incantation usually used for dragons. So it was like, oh cool, a bear beast dragon spell. And it was like, that's cool. And then like there's a lot of cool armor sets. Um the helmet that Meskler the Impaler wears is a reference to Berserk, apparently, to a Berserk character. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I mean, there's like a mighty resemblance. Like red hair, the helmet, it just look cool. And like
Okay.
I would rewatch it again and again, but I was like, it's so I'm excited. It's coming out June 21st or 2nd. And
21st.
I'm excited. Um it's gonna be cool. Um I know I'm like glossing over things because it's not fresh in my mind, but like it's just it's exciting because well a lot of people thought when they because it was like a random Monday or Tuesday, I believe, and they're like, oh hey, we're gonna drop the trailer. And like before all that, I'm telling you, weeks ahead, people were like starving, like pay attention to like code updates in the Steam. in Elden
Mhm.
Ring, like, oh, they're gonna announce something. You could tell because they did this and that, and it's like, oh my god, it's like people were just excited and just like it was such a grand moment, and like um it was good. I liked it a lot, and I just I don't know. I just feel like because it's might be March, June can't get here any sooner, and it's like I want to beat Melania again, but it's funny because like I recently beat God of War Ragnarok, and did you finish the DLC for Ragnarok?
The DLC. I don't think so,
Are
actually.
you hip to the monologue that Kratos has with his younger self?
No, okay, no, okay.
There's a really cool bass
Give me it.
monologue. I am kind of it's a little spoily, but I'm not gonna spoil it. It's such a badass somber uh monologue. Like I used it this morning to go to the gym. I just listened to it. I just put it on repeat. It's like 2 minutes long. Just put that on repeat. It's so I like it a lot. It's like really fun. And there's like these cool edits they do with them. But I've been thinking about replaying God of War Ragnarok first. Then I'm want to finish the end game shit. Then redo the whole story, and then probably do Valhalla DLC. But
Okay.
yeah. Um, going back to Elden Ring, what do you think? What's your thoughts?
Um,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with knowing brother George had a hand in it.
Oh yeah.
Makes it a little bit more what you come.
Yeah.
But sweet Jesus, that is one of the most the character design or the villain design has to be one of the most demented people to ever walk the face. Like, who's your cousin, Beelzebub? What's the that shit is you talk about, like people like, oh yeah, my my nightmare demon or whatever the fuck it is. Oh, or my sleep paralysis demon. You can if one of those just popped up while I'm trying to get a smooth 4 hours of sleep, I'm not sleeping for weeks. Are you Oh my god. So
um.
that is homie, the first off, they started off and then the voice. I'm not gonna lie to you. $40, it is damn near an entirely new game. But like at least cost wise. But it looks like it's worth it. Like watching that, it's like heroes from the shadows. It's like, oh shit. Oh shit. And they just had homie's hand hanging out. It's like, he gonna fuck shit up. He got them bird claw like hands, just long talony. But then he summoned fire with snakes were around. I was like, what type of OP ass build is this? I have to fight him?
Right.
The
Oh,
most un
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, no, go ahead.
You know what's the funniest thing? A lot of people to go through that DLC, it's true, you do have to pay for it. But then you also have to fight a boss to access that area for that DLC. It's really funny because then like damn,
You gotta
everyone
buy the DLC and then be somebody's ass to get into the map?
yeah.
Oh no.
He's
Oh
not
my.
he's that particular boss isn't too hard. He's called Mog. I forget his he's like some blood lord. Um, there's a way you could make him weaker, but it's really funny because like after I beat Melania, she was hard. Then I fought Mog. It took me a bit to beat him, which is really weird because I found Melania really hard. But go on, your thoughts?
Well, no, it was just like it looked really good, but then like these animals or these what's it called? You walk across a river and this hippo headed or this hippo tooth
Oh yeah, yeah.
fucking beast is running across the water at the speed of a fucking cheetah. And like, oh, I'm gonna stop trying to eat you, and then it proceeds to pull out porcupine spikes with electricity. It's like that's a
Oh
literal conundrum.
yeah.
That's like he should be dead. He should have fried him damn self. But this exists in this universe. With the little joint, I was like, okay, I'm watching because I'm at least for this stuff, I really like tuned in for it. So I'm like I'm watching it, and this tuba headed thing picks up homie and just proceeds to munch. I was
Yeah.
like, what? He just went crunch on on somebody's skull. Like, do you understand how pissed I would be if I'm just running across the map and then this blacked out goddamn trombone comes and attacks me? Trombone with arms is like, hey, I like your headpiece. She's like, oh my god. It's like, and this is just. It's like that is the shit of like that those builds or those like those monsters. It's the shit of nightmares. It's like why would first off, I don't know what the lore of Elden Rings is, but I'm getting more into listening to it, passively now, especially because of the pod. But it's just like what who let it get this bad? Like, was there just some dragon in ancient times that started trying to read and practice some magic, and now we're all fighting, hippo mouth porcupines with electricity? Like, how the hell did? And usually, it's like, like I know, at least you know this too. Like, you see like there's some world building, and there's like a couple variations, and there's some real demigod like what you call it, some god level things, like in Lord of the Rings, like you got the orcs and you got the this, but then you got Smaug, and then you got and then you got you have various, and then what's homie's name with the big eye, Sauron, right? You
Yeah.
have very limited, like god level type beasts that have requirements, but there's so much lore on them. You can almost figure out how to do something to get around them. This one is like Pokemon, but the Pokemon are all. It's like you just walking through the grass and and it's a boss in damn near any other game. It's like a legendary type Pokemon every 46 seconds. It's like I'm
Yeah.
gonna run away from this one. Holy fuck! This one's stronger than the last one. Let me go back to that one. Oh shit, I'm dead because something else just appeared. This app because some ghost thing just apparated out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That hippo got me fucked up. And what was that thing that was first off that horse? There was this like big skull type, like skeleton type thing on a horse that went Captain Boomerang in one of the clips.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Um. Well, it looks.
It's like
It has like. Are you familiar with the tree sentinel?
yes, actually, yes.
It's probably like it's like variation of that enemy, but it has a redesign of armor and it looks cooler. It probably has different abilities, but like.
It's like I'm watching the triple reinforced skeleton of a goddamn mammoth sitting upright on a horse, and he just throws what looks like another reinforced bone boomerang at you. And for whatever build that they had for the what you call it, just kind of took it and kept moving. It's like what the hell is this? The most unrealistic thing I saw on the whole thing, on the whole 3 minute ad, or like the trailer was whatever other horrifying ass monster is running at you, and dude like triple spawn like swords at it, and it actually bent the knees like, oh, I'm hurt. Bullshit. I haven't seen at any difficulty where you can play Elden Ring and 3 hits does anything besides they chuckle it off and turn into goddamn Luffy in Gear 89, whatever the fuck he's at now. It's like, ha ha, watch this. And then you just cooked, rotorisseried. It's like, you know what? It's like it almost it's like that trailer was like, damn, I want to play this, but then I remembered who I am. It would take me eons.
It would I
It
would
would take me eons. It's like, oh yeah, like 2K, I can get in, get out. You know what? I got 40. I got an hour. I can play one good game, and I can play one my career game and two games of clutch time. 5 minutes, hour. I've gotten a little gaming in. I'm satisfied. I might spend 12 hours on one character if I can find my way back to that character because I'm one of those people. Call me a noob. I want a mini map. If I don't remember exactly where the fuck it is, it might take me 3 years to get back to that spot
uh
to get fucked up again.
there is a map. There's no mini map. There are I guess they're called like markers. Like if you put them in the map, they'll appear in game
Mhm.
and it'll be like a pillar of light. But there's no mini map. So
Thank God there are pillars of light because everything is darkness.
well,
That
no.
game is
Well, Dark Souls is more darker. Elden Ring is kind of like painier. There are dark parts to it, but it is. I mean, you're all right, kind of right.
well. Here's the thing, and I thought it was kind of funny because it's the shadow of the Erd tree. Fine,
Yeah,
cool, right?
yeah.
So at the very end, a little semi engine. You're looking over the shoulder of like some light being, and then it reveals the tree. It's like so the most angelic thing about this what you call 'em is like, oh look. It's the Erd Tree, whatever. The Erd Tree looks like the whomping fucking willow from Harry Potter that was fucking shit up. It's like, oh, Harry and Ron, oh, we're safe. We just landed in the tree. Boom, boom. They damn near died in their second year. This magical is like the lightest, airiest part about this entire trailer was a light being that reveals the Erd Tree, but the Erd Tree looks like if it was sentient, could fucking dog you. It's like, you know what?
Uh,
I'm saying like if it was like if it had any sense, and because of this game, I don't know if the Erd Tree is actually alive.
it
Is it?
okay,
I mean,
so
like to the point where it could like swing on you and shit. Like
technically speaking, so the Erd Tree houses the Elden Beast. That's the final battle. Um,
the Elden Beast.
there's an Elden Beast.
Oh my
Um,
god. What the fuck does that look like?
okay, I could talk about it's.
You get my point? There are so many diabolical things, and then you're telling me there's a final battle of all of those final battles. At that point, why would you not just move to a whole nother country? Move to another realm. Figure out interdimensional travel. Just leave.
um,
You're going to die. Imagine waking up and you're just a random peasant without a single sword, and not that a single sword would do anything, because you have to be a melee build with like fucking Aristotle, Aristotle intelligence and what's that? Was it Fleming who the alchemist? Like crazy magical powers. To be able to survive, not make it home. Just walk outside. Like what the
um,
hell? You trying to get you trying to get your like the milkman? You couldn't have a normal job in that universe. It's like hey yo, I'm the milkman of what's the area
oh,
called of
it's well,
Limgrave?
it's called the whole world in Elden Ring's called the Lands Between.
The
Yeah.
land, but see that's the problem. Get to the land above or the land below because the land between horrible, horrifying. I'd venture to say visiting the land below be like, hey, the monsters are just kind of like normal ghouls and demons. I'm OP. I can walk around with just a sword out here. One great sword, I'll be all right. Up there, you gotta learn. You gotta be Merlin and goddamn the power of the collective 300 combined to get to get some water. You can't go to a well because there might be a goddamn. It's like most of these times, like, ooh, there's a basilisk guarding it. This basilisk might have fire breathing powers, so it's almost a dragon, but it has legs. So it can crawl around and move way faster, and then it has the fucking vertical of LeBron James, so it's jumping at you. It's like, what the hell is happening? All I wanted was some water. I'm trying to make some formula for my kid. First, like,
Okay.
how do you get stuck there?
Don't basilisks don't they petrify enemies too? I'm not sure.
Exactly, that's my point. Like, you're dealing with Medusa with LeBron James's vertical, but then with the legs and the speed of goddamn, Usain Bolt or whatever or like a lion, a cheetah, whatever the
Yeah, like a
fastest fucking thing is. And then guess what? Don't run into the water because its cousin is down there with electrical powers and the mouth of a hippo.
um
Like most of the time, there's some reprieve, and there is none.
yeah, when you play these games, I mean, well, Elden Ring's very atmospheric. Well, usually all those games are, but the open world really brings the atmosphere to it. But in all honesty, you are seeing this if you play these games.
It's like,
Yeah.
bro, like the one, it was some like like old school like army movie or like a 300 type movie. All you hear is the old guy that survived like 15 battles and his son is fighting with him now. Constant vigilance. Constant, and then a fucking arrow gets rifled through his heart, and then he gets a spear in his shoulder. So it's like no, and then the son gets violated because he wants to grieve his father. It's like constant vigilance is the entire moment of this game. And it's
Yeah.
like God forbid, it's like, hey, I got a brand new game. Dad got me, or mom or dad got me Elden Rings. And it's my first game, and I love watching, and I love video games. And then you turn that on, and you spend the first 2 years getting fucked, getting absolutely wrecked, and then they're like, "Why don't you?" And then they wonder why you walk outside looking like fucking, you looking like an anime character with like no sleep, no sleep. Your eyes dark. You hate the world. It's like, what's wrong with you? I played Elden Ring today. I've been stuck. I took the week off and I haven't beat a single fucking monster because I'm a level 300 and I'm getting dogged by this goddamn rhinoceros. Had this By this rhinoceros that had the snake for a tail, and I dodged it. I dodged it. I only needed one more hit, and then the snake bit me and threw me across the fucking map into another goddamn beast that didn't even know I was there. It stepped on me.
Do you remember Sekiro?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you remember the
I watched most of it, but I didn't finish it.
Do you remember when the ape turns into a final second form and it acts like a centipede?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah, nah, I
it,
missed out.
it's really funny because like when I beat the guardian ape, I thought you chop its head off and I was like, oh, that's it. But then like he his body just comes back to life, picks up his head, takes the sword you sliced him with. It's a giant sword, and he just fucking it's phase two, and I was like, god damn.
It's like I'd have it. There aren't even health packs.
No,
Like
no, just
that's what I'm
flasks.
saying. Like that's what I'm saying. At least Halo, or like Modern Warfare, you can run up and loot box. I can get like 20% of my health back. I have three. I am on my last 7 heartbeats. You understand me? And this, and you just turned into a centipede from an ape. What the fuck? Speaking of heads, I actually backed it up because I heard the sound. You know how I'm like with sounds and shit.
Yeah,
The one little whatever villain it was or monster, because they're not villains, they're just monsters.
yeah,
But like they're not inherently evil, I guess. I mean, the homie with the snake and the long ass arms and shit. Yeah, he might be a villain. Clearly, he's a
definitely,
villain.
definitely.
It's like, yeah, no, your character design, you are evil incarnate. But the one little jump was just sitting there with like it looked like one of the shrunken heads from Harry Potter with like a big like a huge body, but it was pulling. It was like stretching its own neck, and I was like, "Did I see that shit right?" And I backed it up because I'm watching on my phone. It's like, and I like put it right to my fucking head. It's like, what the fuck? And in fact, he was removing his. At least look like he was removing his own scalp. But it's like, what is he about to do? Throw his own skull and regenerate it? But that's with Elden Ring. He might actually fucking do that shit.
Was that Elden Ring?
Yeah, it was in the trailer. It's like two
Okay,
minutes and
yeah.
some seconds in.
I
It's
must
like
have.
2 minutes and a second, and he's sitting like a lot, like it would look like a background of like a lava or some shit. I don't know, but I was like, he's pulling his fucking head off because you hear the like the little stretching that usually associated with a body part like falling
Yeah,
off or stretching. I was like,
yeah.
what is that? And I'm be like, wait, his neck is getting long. It's like, nah, I'm tripping. So I backed it up, and it was. It's like, what is he doing that for? Like, imagine you just like it's like, hey, cut off his head. You cut it off, but then he just pulls it like he grows a new one, pulls it off, and now he's level 8. Out of like Final Form 8. Haha, Final Form 12 is still sitting 4 defeats from now. Like, my God, like the amount of relief you would feel. Ooh, got it, beat it. All right, let's move on. Holy shit, why is his leg moving? And then his leg mutates into a goddamn, lion toad. It's like I don't know, but it's like what the fuck?
Yeah.
That shit is it's insane. It's insane. I will give them credit because that's usually the problem with DLCs. They're too similar, but they
Uh,
don't give you enough like different stuff to do.
yeah.
But having a DLC and it's a whole new map and a new character that still works within the what's it called building up to God forbid this Elden Beast.
Um,
It's
yeah.
like, oh my god! It's like if these are the normal, I say the normal, but if these are just progressions of what it is, and it might take you an hour to 2 hours to beat this one thing, if you can survive long enough to get it one time through, which you fucking won't. What is this Elden Beast gonna look like? Like how deep in the depths are they going in their skull?
It it's kind of it looks kind of alien. Because I didn't explain the lore for it. So the Golden Order in the Ur Tree, it's a symbol for a religion, but it's from these gods called the Outer Will, and they live in space. That's the
The
lore.
outer will.
Yeah, that's what they're called, and it's really
Oh,
interesting. And then like there's these giant two fingers. They're like the envoy, like the messengers for like the people of lands between. It's like it's really interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you just saying first off the fact that it's called the lands between, that's purgatory. But you're telling me the purgatory is this crazy? It's like, you know what? I'm about to be the nicest. I'm getting out of my car and stopping traffic to help every single lady, every single old lady I've ever seen in my life from now on. Because if that's what the land between is. It's purgatory. That's what purgatory looks like. I'm not. No. Then you get to respawn. Haha. You're not done yet till you beat the Elden Beast, and then you don't know what There's no guarantee the world. It's sealed by what is a symbol of religion. So it's gonna get out because of the storyline eventually. So that means the religion is broken. So all faith just goes to hell in a handbasket. Like, where
Um,
do they get?
technically, so America, in the beginning of the story, she destroys the Elden Ring, and that kind of ruins the age of the Golden Order. So it's basically when you're playing,
So it's her
it,
fault.
yeah, it's her fault. She's imprisoned. So basically,
Is
it
she
kind of
white?
goes to shit when you're playing the Golden Order.
Is she white? You heard me? Is she white?
Well, it's a Japanese game, so they're all pale. Like,
Ah,
they're all
Japanese
god
privilege.
looking. Yeah.
It was all almost okay. They're all normal ghouls and demons. She's like, I want to save the lands between. Let's go and destroy the Elden Ring, and then all hell breaks loose, and
Right.
we have to seal primordial beings
Um
from the outer will. What the hell? Oh my god! It's
then
like, yeah, here's a will, and this is the outside of it. Excuse me? What?
and it's really funny because to get to the Elden Beast, you have to beat Radon, and he guards the Elden Beast. So like technically, there's like two phases. There's like you fight one boss, then
Oh
you fight
my
another boss,
god!
and then like the suckiest thing is like it's really interesting because they both contrast to each other. Radagon he's very a melee character, and he does like these powerful moves. But what's even funnier to even like so here's the thing. So you get to the Erdtree, and like it's
Uh,
there's like these impenetrable thorns, so you can't even fight the final boss. So you have to go to the top of this giant's mountain, and you have to sacrifice your maiden. Well, you're trying to the idea is you try to light there's a giant I guess a goblet of fire
uh,
just to burn the Erdtree, and your maiden decides to sacrifice herself for you to achieve that and for you to become Elden Lord. But then the funniest thing is that once you do that, the city that houses the Erdtree, it goes to ruin, and then you have to fight the former first Elden Lord, which is Godfrey, and he has two phases. Then you get to fight Radagon. Then you get to fight the Elden Beast, and then that's the game.
oh my god!
It's funny because to even turn on the Goblet of Fire, you have to fight the Fire Giant, which is kind of annoying a
You
little bit.
have to fight a fire giant to light a
Yeah,
fire?
yeah, the last Fire Giant actually. Yeah,
What the fuck? Oh
yeah.
no! Oh my
I mean,
god!
it's a Dark Souls game. What I was gonna say, when you were talking about that like lion dragon looking thing with the
Hmm.
with the thorns and all that, a lot of
Yeah,
people were saying like, are you familiar with Full Metal Alchemist?
yeah, yeah.
When that scientist turned that dog and fused it with her daughter, a lot of people were like,
Vaguely, yeah.
it looks like they got Eric, the main character, Eric, the main character from Full Metal Alchemist, and they got him, they fused him with the dog, and that's what it looks like, that little dragon lion thing with the arms. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Then like you probably don't notice because you never played the game, but like that
Mm-mm.
particular enemy, it looks like he can there's this status build up called blight. So if your bar is filled, you instantly die, and it looks like that enemy can also channel lightning and that blight. So it's like he seems really powerful and
Fuck.
yeah. So it's like
A blight?
yeah, it's like basically think of it as like insta death. It's just that you have to be careful because you have a build up, you have a bar, and if it's filled, you just petrify. You just not petrify, like a whole bunch of dead roots explode out of your person. It's yeah.
Is one of his powers or
It looks like
abilities
at least it
is
looks
called the blight?
yeah.
These are things that ended hundreds of millions of people in the real world, Kev. This shit is not nor. What is the like how they used to do like what the fuck was that Magic School Bus? Imagine if you could do the Magic School Bus, but of psyches, and to go into the art room of the Elden Ring, and it's like, hey guys, what are you thinking of? You go through, it's like, you just be you actually be petrified, like just go into a coma. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I can talk more about Elden Ring because like Melania. Are you hip about Melania at all?
No, I have to start. I have to find some. I have to find a walkthrough and just start watching
Okay.
this shit. It's getting interesting now. Like I would treat that like a TV show because it sounds really fucking great.
Yeah.
But to play it, oh, I know I'd quit. Oh,
So
I would never get through the story at all.
so like
Like skip battle to cutscene. Cutscenes only, please. Jesus Christ.
so Melania, she's like an optional boss, but like she can do this move where basically she slices you to like a million ribbons, and it has like two phases. So like she does a couple like swipes, a lot of swipes, and then she does another one, and it's like really hard. Like when I first fought her, I was doing a dual wield katana build, and that was like the only boss I had to use a shield for. So I was like, "Fuck!" But I didn't notice you can actually, you could just run away from her first attack, and then you can just roll the second one. So I was like, "It's really cool," and it's really cool, and it's like it's really hard because I actually beat her, and I was like, it was like it's really funny. It felt like a Rocky moment because I was like after several deaths and retries, I was like, "Fuck." I was like, no, this. I was gonna quit, and I was like, no, this could be the one. And then I killed her. And I was like, that satisfaction and like that feeling where you just did something that you never thought you could do, and just fucking did it. It was like it was
You
great.
did.
It was crazy.
There wasn't three phases after that for crying out loud.
Nah, she only has like two phases, but she's a hard like. Oh, I didn't mention this. Every time she hits you, she regains a little bit of her HP back. So you
Stop
have to like be like you have to be really careful and not get hit.
Stop it. Oh my god, stop it.
I know, like she's tough. Like
She can literally end the game with perfect health. Be like, oh, that was a nice. Like, oh, that was breakfast.
basically.
Nice, nice spa day.
Right.
You just beat your ass. Oh my god.
Yeah. Um it's a great game. But I'm glad you're picking it apart and you're just amazed and horrified of what Elden Ring is. It's not a horror game by the
Oh,
way.
I'm definitely horrified.
Yeah, you are.
Like these are the people. Imagine these people had a goddamn. Imagine these people had ever got their hands on the on the Green Lantern ring.
That's true. That's true.
Imagine if these people ever got their talk about Batman is the most prepared and the most they need to do like a crossover somehow, an Elden Ring Green Lantern crossover, but just the artist.
Just the
Just the
artist.
artist of the like somehow the artist of Elden Ring get transported into. It's like, oh yeah, here's a primordial god that's hidden under a tree. But before you fight him, but as you fight him, guess what, pal? There's a whole nother something that will absolutely wreck you. I don't give a Superman my ass. All right,
um
Superman my tush. Fuck that.
I will say that it seems like so there's a funny trend with the creator of Dark Souls in this game called
Mhm.
I believe his name is Miyazaki.
Um,
So he has this like trend that he loves to put poison swamps in his game. And it looks like for the DLC there's a new poison swamp. So it's like that's cool. That's great.
um,
Yeah, cuz
you can't even.
you're walking slow, you're getting poisoned. A lot of fun.
You already can't escape through the water, and then you're telling me the water is poisonous?
Yeah.
Imagine you just got transported there by some horribly unfortunate circumstance. You're like, hey, look at this water.
Oh, what's funny? When people were first playing the game, there is a trap chest that transport you to a high level area called Khalid, and a lot of people were freaking out. Like when I got tricked by it because I didn't pay attention on Twitter about it, and I was like, God damn! Like all these enemies are hard. Like they're just hitting me with two hits and I'm dead. It's really funny. It's like wow.
I feel like that's diabolical.
It's
That is diabolical.
well.
Be like, hey, I found a chest. I might get some armor. Holy fuck! Ah! Ah!
Well, I will say in Dark Souls, this is an enemy from D&D, but in Dark Souls they got their own spin to it. Are you familiar with the mimic?
I'm familiar with the idea of it. Is it the same as what I'm thinking, or?
Like it's like a chest, but it turns out it's actually a man-eating chest. So
Oh,
in Dark Souls, there's a you could tell if it's a regular chest or a mimic chest. But in
okay.
Dark Souls, if you try to open it, it will basically eat a lot of your health, and it'll grow legs and arms, and it's like a mini boss battle. Oh my
What
god.
the fuck?
I could go on like Dark Souls. There's a point where you go to like this area, and there's these giant like they're like maybe like 10 to 8 feet tall, and they're like wearing armor, and like there's a point where you have to cross like a bridge, and then there's like maybe like three archers, they're shooting like giant dragon destroying arrows at you, and it's really
Dragon
annoying.
destroying arrows.
Yeah, and like
What the
this is
fuck?
this is Dark Souls 1, and Dark Souls 1 was slow. It is not as beautifully like rich in speed like Elden Ring or Dark Souls 3. And oh my god, this is
Oh my god.
I talked to my friend about this, how like there's so many video games to play. It makes me mad because like I try to play Dark Souls 1, but it's slow, but I want to play it just for nostalgia. But then like
Hmm.
I just want to revisit things. And then like the craziest thing is like there's new Dark Souls games out that I haven't even bothered finishing or playing. And it's just like I don't know, it's just crazy. But it's like I don't know, Elden Ring, I'm gonna play for sure. I'm glad I finished God of War because yeah, I finished it glad. I had a question. Because
Okay.
you know how they gave you free DLC for Valhalla? Does that
Right.
confirm that there's gonna be new DLC in the future? Is that the idea?
I'm not actually sure.
Okay. Because they mention it's free, so it's like, okay, doesn't that imply that there's gonna be a paid DLC later on?
That's what I would think
Yeah,
personally.
yeah.
It's like, hey, we're giving you this while we're working on something else that'll also piss you off.
Yeah. But that's the Elden Ring trailer basically. Do you have any more thoughts on it, or I don't know?
No, that was it. I'm actually gonna just start watching, like the lore behind it because it's fucking fire, actually.
I would say if you want to look into some lore, I would say Vati Vidya. I could send you some vids. He's really popular. There's another one called Smogtown. I watch him a couple times. I believe Quaylog something, and I could send you just Vati Vidya. Vati Vidya is like procured, streamlined, like great editing, great voice, like really good. Um,
Oh yeah, I'm down.
I'll send you that one. Just for the like do you want like the trailer breakdown video of the new DLC or just like a regular one, or I don't
You
know.
can send me whatever. I'm in. I'm
Okay,
in. I know.
cool.
I know. I don't have the patience to play it, but I'll damn sure watch it and listen to it.
It's more like lore videos, but if you want to play through, I actually did do a playthrough, but I stopped. But you can if you want to. But I don't really watch any Elden Ring like people to play. I know my favorite YouTuber Northern Lion probably played a lot of it. But
Okay.
I'm sure like if you just look through like a lot of YouTubers play this game, so yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I know we had. There were a couple of guys who usually play like 2K and stuff. Like I know like some of them started playing it, but it's a rage machine, so they stopped.
Yeah. Like
And so
it's like a game you play because everyone's playing it, but then like once you realize it's not the game for you, you just stop playing it. Yeah.
yeah, and I don't. At least that's why a lot of the YouTubers that I watch gaming wise, I watch them because they at least finish games.
Yeah.
Because some of this stuff I will. I don't. Not only do I not make the time to game like that, but I don't have all the time in the world, so I won't go and like play it.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, I'm interested. Like I especially sometimes the personalities, them raging makes it better.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love the like for Northern Lion. I just love his banter. Like I love his like he just talks about anything and like how his grocery runs or like he has a child or like babysitting like daycare. Like I just love that shit. But like I will say I did want to do like a speed run of like fight like not every boss, but I guess every a start to finish of Elden Ring like a
Hmm.
speed run. I did think about doing that, but it'll probably be later along the line because I'm busy because like right now I'm actually prepping for my first D&D session this Sunday.
Okay.
And yeah, like I'm prepping. Like I haven't started, but I wanted to do my own story because you could do that. And I have ideas like from Baldur's Gate, and I even bought this like book set. It has 3 books. Like it has the player's handbook, the monster manual, and
Okay.
the dungeon master's guide. I have to read through all the mainly the first, maybe the first and the third one. But I have a lot of planning to do. Like for example, I want to do this cool thing. So in Baldur's Gate, the game will randomly roll you a perception check, and if you fail it, it's like you're walking into the dark. Usually,
Hmm.
it's a trap. It's like a
Okay.
bomb, a poison mine, anything like that. Or there's an occasion it could be an illusion that you walk into. So I want to do stuff like that. Um, I have a lot of cool ideas. Like this is cool. You know, it's interesting. Charles is hosting his house, and Will's actually going to be there Sunday too.
Oh damn.
Yeah. It's like 5. It's gonna be like 5 people, and I'm gonna dungeon master. And we already got Charles bought his miniature. I already have some miniatures, and I just got to work on the story and just figure that shit out. And like, it's gonna be great. Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like a good time. You gotta let me
Yeah.
how it goes.
I'll let you know. I'll tell you. Or we could next podcast episode. I'll let you know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But did you want to go on the Marvel news or
Yeah, for
I
sure.
didn't mention this, but we could talk about a little bit. There's a trend with video game industry. There's been like several layoffs, and then recently PlayStation actually laid off 9% of their workforce, including Insomniac and Naughty Dog, and they
Hmm.
actually closed down their PlayStation London studio, which is interesting. And I'm like, wow. It's just a
Wow.
tidbit, but it just sucks because like like last year a lot of studios had layoff. Like Microsoft purchased Blizzard Activision, and then they consolidated a lot of things and laid off like a lot of people. And it's like it's just a weird trend. It just makes you think like is video game. I mean, video game industry successful, but like is it just not like I don't know. Is it just not efficient or like I don't know. It's just weird. Yeah.
I will say, this is a side note, but on the talk, since this is the best video game podcast on Earth that people just haven't discovered yet.
Yeah.
Um, it is there's a lawsuit that is being compiled against 2K right now
Uh huh.
because like microtransactions. I think for all intents and purposes, I know at least with 2K specifically, they kind of plays into the bonuses of the whatever bonus like the CEOs like certain like higher level people get.
Oh.
And right now there's a mother who is actually compiling and other people are joining in on it,
Yeah.
compiling a lawsuit against 2K because the guy basically said that it was something to do like the kid bought X amount of VC, but they just kind of but I think they kind of like voided it, or they didn't let him, or no, that's what it was. He's been playing um like the last couple of years. But her complaint is, we spent, $200 or $300 worth of VC for him to get good with this player. And there's sometimes, 20, 30,000 plus coins left over on previous games, but they're not transferable to the new title.
That's not fair.
Well, it's not fair, but of course I'm not trying to be funny. But this is the parent getting involved now because like I think that's what it like. This kid has been trying to like practice and get good with these players to go on a like to become because 2K has a league that's in association with the NBA. Like in like certain NBA teams have e leagues now,
Oh.
or like e teams that they have a whole 2K league, the whole thing. But she was like, like two of the they just shut down the servers for 22. So it's not like you can even go back to previous years and use the VC to go and play, to go and upgrade or play on an old build just for fun. Let
Mm-hmm.
alone if you wanted to you actually use it to, what you call it, get really, really good at like let's say 2K16, that was your favorite game. The online servers are down now. but that means that virtual currency that you spent money on is what to come. The guy and CEO basically came out and said that for all intent and purposes, the virtual currency isn't actual currency, so they're not going to look at moving and look at transferring it into new titles as time goes on. It was like, and basically they were like, basically we can take it away whenever we want to. And it's like, so you're saying that I just spent 20 of my real dollars for your equivalent of what you come. So now it's like, well, should transaction microtransactions and video games like should games start making their own currency so you can like kind of keep track of it? Because like let's say I have a 2K account
Yeah.
and I just have 8,000, or just keep building up VC. Like I get 5 million VC on my 2K account. Period. Should that be? And then I can use that on whatever title I want, as opposed to
Yeah.
putting it into this one game. Within that one game, once the servers are dead, I don't have any VC anymore.
Um,
So
I don't know. It's just like it just seems like corporations don't care about like like they want that dough, but they don't care about like the player's choice. And
yeah,
for example, this was overturned, but PlayStation was actually gonna they were shutting down certain if you bought like a video through the PlayStation Store, they were actually gonna for some reason I forget why they were actually gonna like withdraw it from the libraries from the store, and then you couldn't watch it no
uh,
more. But then they
oh,
overturned it because I guess there's so much controversy over it. But it's like it just why don't you just do a system where like you said it's transferable on like a one account, so you don't always have you
no,
don't lose that
definitely.
money. Like it's funny when they say it's not a real currency, but you openly accept that money and you take it for granted. It's just like that's
Right.
it's such a hypocrisy. But it's like
It's like that's the thing. I get they want recurring and new money, but 2K is a game that comes out every year. Like you're going
yeah,
to, and if so let's say they have a sale. I build up. I buy like a million VC. I'm gonna use it at some point because I play. I'm not just a my career player. Once you get to a certain level in my career, you're not gonna keep like spending money on that build. But I play my team. I'll spend that coin on packs or whatever. So you still have the money there, but how you're using it year to year might need to be looked at, as opposed to instead of putting it into bonuses, put it back into the game. So I'm incentivized to keep buying more coin to
right,
get new stuff in the game or new upgrades, whatever the case may be. Like instead of always making it, incentivizing it to the people that are already in the building, making way more than any of us probably ever fucking will.
right. I don't know. It's just corporations tend to think for themselves, the big ones at least, especially American. That's why I
Yeah, for
noticed.
sure.
Cause I think I saw a report for Nintendo. Apparently, the form the new president. I'm talking about the last one after that one, Satoru
Hmm.
Iwata. Apparently this was around the Wii U era. The Wii U era wasn't a really great time for Nintendo, but
Okay.
instead of laying off employees, that president he actually decided to get a pay cut just to keep those employees. And
Smart.
it's really smart. This was like 2011 or something. And there's a report recently that stated that Nintendo because of those things they improved morale and people are
I said it were probably because people felt like they were valued. It's like, hey,
exactly. Yeah. Oh,
instead of laying us off and making sure you still make a $3 million bonus check, you made
yeah.
sure we kept our jobs, and now we know we have some security, so we're going to work harder. People don't want a lot or need a lot to feel valued.
Exactly. Yeah. Um Nintendo, I think there's just another report. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if I'm right. I don't know if the rank is right, but because Nintendo's really old. Like they're more than like 100 years old. Like
I saw that.
they started off as like a trading card, like for playing cards, not Pokemon, but just regular like spades and whatever and
Hmm.
toys. And so Nintendo was basically ranked in Japan, just Japan only, the richest number one richest company in cash, and it's
My
like
God.
that's crazy. But it's like I don't want to be a fanboy, but it's like because Nintendo, I mean, sometimes they make like a wonky game or a bad console sometimes, but for the Switch, for example, it does well, and they make really good games. It's like I don't know, it's
And then
just
they have titles that are just beyond, like, they run shit back, and now
and
because of how social media is, and you can do movies and all the other,
oh
all
yeah,
the extra shit possible.
they have a
Sonic is Sonic and Mario been around for all the fucking years,
yeah, and then Nintendo they have a legacy library of shit, and
literally.
then they've been kind of smart where they put it under subscription and they slowly release games from like the old times, like like from Game Boy, SNES,
Yeah.
64. But it's like I don't know. It's just
Like all
like
the remasters they could do because people want to go back and play them
yeah,
because there's a nostalgia factor. But then you got a whole new audience of people that are 20, 30 years
yeah.
newer that have never played it before,
It's
and now
just
they upgrade it. That shit is dope.
like it's crazy. Like it's just like companies don't have to be like Nintendo because that's really hard to do. But like have like common sense and like just try to be
Well,
considerate.
but the cool part is like while it's hard to do, there's a prime example of somebody showing you exactly how it could be done. You know.
Yeah, that's true. I will note that those layoffs from PlayStation, I didn't read the article, but I just read a headline. They didn't note Santa Monica, which is interesting. Yeah. Um.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they didn't note Santa Monica. Did you want to talk about God of War a little bit, or?
Yeah, 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 for sure.
Let's
Because you
do it.
finished it.
I finished it. It took me. It came out last year, right? Or it's no, it came
Yeah.
out roughly almost. It came out like 2 years ago because it came out the same year as Elden Ring. So I finally beat it. I'm not gonna lie, fighting Thor and Odin and like it was great. It makes me want to revisit it. It's so strange because like I didn't really play God of War growing up. I did play like on the probably like the PlayStation, the PSP version from a friend, but it was just a cool time. Like combat is really good, pretty
It
solid.
is.
It's like it does beat Elden Ring's combat, but Elden Ring's combat is pretty solid too. But I think God of War, it's just the animations, the variety of weapons, the choices, what
Mhm.
you could do. It's just really good, and like you just gotta love the voice acting for Kratos. He's such a
I know. The
it's
the crazy part about that is I didn't know until I was a little older that one of my favorite characters from a like sitcom actually voiced Kratos before the new guy has it. But
oh
it's just like because I remember like when I first heard they were about to do a new title, it's like, oh great, it's not going to be TC Carson anymore.
oh
But and I was like, I don't know if I like it as much, but it's that. But he's boy,
I
that
know
dude is amazing. And I'm sorry I don't know his name.
Chris Chris Judge.
I'm sorry, I don't know his name. You know, but because I know some people's like, what do you mean you don't know Chris Judge's name? He's one of the best voice actors of all time.
uh
I'm sure there's one or two of those people, but
yeah.
it's really good. Okay, so who was your most frustrating like boss battle?
Okay, I think I died to Thor once. Yeah, but so it took me two times to beat Thor. It only took me once to beat Odin. I think I died to Heimdall twice. Honestly, the only boss I found hard were the ghost boss. You know those ghost boss from the Sword Hilt?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
found those hard. Um, I can't think of anything else.
Heimdall was so fucking annoying for me, bro.
Oh yeah, because you couldn't hit him. You couldn't like he just dodges everything. You're like, what the fuck? But it's just like that when he finally hits him. It's just a badass moment.
He's like, that look he gave was like, oh,
It was such a
you you touched my beautiful face. It's like you're not pretty to begin with, and it's up for you now, buddy.
right, and then like I don't know. It's just it makes me want to play again because like I love the bar fight scene with Thor and Atreus and Dural. That was cool
Yeah,
too. But
Atreus, man, I know he's supposed to be Loki, but sweet Jesus, that shit is hard. That shit is so fucking hard. Like like at the very beginning of the game, he's like, "You fucking this bear up," and it's like, this seems like where the fuck is my child? And then that's your kid? Like, hey, that shit is wonderful. I
yeah.
fucking love it. That game is the last two God of War games is probably one of the more like recent, like short of Assassin's Creed. Like, then I'll actually say they probably overtook it because God of War, I probably wouldn't have got it initially, but I played the first one.
Hmm.
That's like, fuck, that's really good. So when the new one came out, and I'm one of those people I really fuck. I don't know what it is, but like the mythology and having multiple gods and that sort of thing, I'm
Yeah.
always into that.
Yeah.
So having this like this behemoth solo squad, you know, and then he's older, he's grizzled, you've seen him
Yeah.
grow. He's
Yeah.
already taken out X amount of these, you know, pantheons and so and then he's still fucking shit up.
Yeah.
And now his kid is helping him fuck shit up.
Yeah.
And it's Odin and Thor. It's like, hey yo, it's fucking great. Because I'm
Yeah.
about to say Assassin's Creed, but the last Assassin's Creed title I did not buy.
Uh,
So
yeah. Like
I okay.
no, like I love the scene where like they're after the finale of the Thor battle. Kratos is like, no, we must be better than this for our children. We are not destroyers. And then like Thor sees the reason, and
Yeah.
he's finally like not blinded by his father's approval. I'm guessing. And
Yeah, which is so crazy because like that is it's crazy how like certain things are like consistent across universes. Because
yeah,
that's the thing in Marvel, you know, Marvel's
yeah,
Thor too.
that's true. That's true. Yeah,
You know,
and
when he becomes All Father Thor, like the whole, it's really dope. Like some stuff, some character notes are consistent, but they always work. If
yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah. Like, and then like I thought it was cool. Like it was such a cold moment where Odin kills Thor. I was like, that's nuts. But then like I forgot to mention this, the reveal for Tyr actually being Odin. That was crazy. I didn't see that coming. That was sick.
At all, I didn't see that shit coming.
Yeah, like you're telling me the whole time we saved Tyr. He baited us. It's so strange. It's almost like he was playing mind games the minute he appeared in Kratos' home. Like, so you're telling
Hmm.
me, oh, so this kid wants to look for Tyr. Fuck it, I'm gonna show up, tell him not to look for Tyr. He's gonna look for Tyr. I'm gonna be there, and
I'm gonna be the entire fucking time.
yeah, that's crazy. That was like the craziest twist for me, and I'm like, fuck, like it was so like only Brock could see it, and then like it's kind of it's kind of strange because like then Sindri he doesn't he kind of he has a development, a character development, and like now he kind of hates Atreus because he feels like Atreus took everything from him, and like
Hmm.
it's strange because like in the at the end of the at the end of the game it seems like Kratos wants to become more of a leader, and he has a lot.
Yeah.
He says that he has a lot of things to do, and then Mimir and Frey are with him, and it's so strange because like, damn, I know like these games take a lot of time and they take a lot of money, but like it makes you wonder like, will they give like, will they like, because the idea of a god of peace has been tossed around, and it's
Hmm.
like, will Kratos become that? Will there be a new game for around that? Like, I don't, because honestly, I wouldn't want them just to jump to another fucking pantheon. That's kind of,
Well,
there
you
has to
know
be
the
some kind of
crazy part,
reason.
Kev.
Yeah,
I'm wondering. A part of me is wondering if because I just saw a clip with you know, like random Marvel clips pop up, but it was a clip from Vision and Ultron talking, right? Like I guess they're both disappointments, right?
yeah,
But he was saying the problem with humans is they believe that there's a difference between order and chaos. Like for there to be peace, you might have to go to war, right? Like that's most of the time. We want peace, so we're tired of being run over, so we're going to start a war to earn our peace, right?
right.
So I'm wondering if it'll still be God of War, quote unquote, but he fights a new pantheon to bring peace to a new realm.
That would be cool, but it's like, I don't know. It's just like there has to be like a reason, There has to be like the why. Yeah,
I think it'll be they bring like in the new game. I'm spitballing here, and if I'm right, my God, I need
yeah,
to start writing shit. But it'll be based around Atreus and his girlfriend, right?
probably.
Like they finally are able to go back to Greece or Rome, or like Rome, whatever, like somewhere where they've already defeated the pantheon
Yeah,
and a new and like everybody's living in peace. Kratos is like retired, like he pulled the Thanos. I'm gonna look out at a grateful world, whatever.
yeah, yeah.
But he's just kind of chilling, and
Hmm.
then this new pantheon comes and like, hey, all these other realms don't have gods. Why can't we be those gods? I don't know if they would pull the Egyptian gods because Egyptian gods I don't believe are from what I remember, like as like vengeful as or as petty as some of the other pantheons are.
Right.
But I'm wondering if they might like create one or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And kind of like uh the four horsemen, like that sort of thing. But like so those like the big gods, quote unquote. But they go and start taking over these other realms. They get to where Atreus is, and Atreus is in trouble, or Atreus can't beat them on his own.
True.
And then that's how they bring Kratos back, and then he and Atreus go back and fight this new whatchacom, and then in turn, including freeing the place they've already defeated the Pantheon, so these people really do have free will, etc. They go and they go on whatchacom, and then he becomes like God of. Oh my God, you haven't watched it, so I can't bring that reference up.
Are you
Damn
talking
it!
are you talking about Loki season 2?
Yeah,
I'm
I can't bring
sorry.
it up.
Don't bring it up. I'm sorry.
I can't bring it up. You haven't
Well,
watched. Well, just
are you
skip
talking
that.
about him becoming God of Stories? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was spoiled on Twitter so hard. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. God
I
damn
have
it.
to watch
Fucking
it,
yes.
but I'm sorry. I've been. It's weird because like I've been kind of busy. I didn't tell you this. I did get a RoboCop commission. I told you a while back, but I got a Chibi commission last week and I finished it. So I
Oh,
was
for
like,
real?
yeah, I got another commission. And I finished it. It was crazy.
Oh, bet. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
but
Are you gonna post it? You gonna post it?
I'm gonna post it today. I haven't posted it yet, but I'm gonna post it today. Yeah, but it's been
Okay.
cool.
Congratulations, Kev.
I'm have yeah. I was excited because I talked to the chick who runs the social media like a month
Uh-huh.
ago or two, and then like I told her, hey, I noticed that you have a drawing of your cosplay group in your profile. I didn't want to be mean, but I just told her like, oh hey, I could do one that's looks better basically, and
Right.
like she told me like, oh that's a great idea, we could talk about the price, and I told her like, oh I'll hit you up around February or something, because she didn't want it now, but like KatsuCon was recently like a weekend ago, and I was
Right.
like, okay cool, I'll hit you up on February, and then like I was busy with the road cop and I was like doing like life, and then like I just thought to myself, I just didn't think she'll want it. Then she hits me up about it and I'm like, I kind of was
See, there you go.
shocked, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll do it." And I've been posting on my story, and like I'm gonna post it on Instagram. And it was fun to do, and I actually, yeah, yeah. But
That's what's up. Congrats, Kev.
thank you. But like, I just life has it's just strange because like before that I was doing a RoboCop commission, but like I was taking my time with it. But then I wanted to jump into painting miniatures, and then I had to put that on hold
For real?
because yeah, I wanted to paint miniatures because they're kind of hard to do, but like it's just achievable. Like I have a tiefling warrior. Well, a tiefling is a
Uh-huh.
race. They're basically like demon looking characters. So I have this
Mm-hmm.
like, let me see if I put in a camera, if it zooms in. Let's see.
Okay.
It's like she has like a little sword. She's like a warlock, so she has magic as well. It's really cool. I wanted to get into that, but probably like maybe another month or so. I don't know, cause like I'm running a Dungeon and Dragons campaign now, so it's like I have to be consistent, and I have to like write enough stuff, cause like once they finish the content I make, I have to make more content. So it's like that's fine, but it's like
Okay. Fair enough.
yeah, but like I will I will get into that. I'll watch Loki season 2 because I want to. I don't watch anything no more, honestly. Like other than like I watch like movie stuff with my friends,
Mm-hmm.
but like other than that, like I don't watch anything no more. It's kind of strange, but like I'll put an effort because I did it with Echo. I'll put an effort,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I
But
get you that. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm actually going when we get off today, as I wind down and try to get some rest for my work schedule the rest of the week.
yeah.
I'm gonna watch Aquaman today.
Aquaman.
See how that. Yeah, because it's on Max now.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Okay,
I'll see what that hits on. I'll give you an honest review. The
okay.
Angry Man movie review.
That's true. Um, let's see. Did you have any more to say about God of War? No.
No, no.
Okay.
I think we touched on almost everything.
Okay. Deadpool. It started with Deadpool. Honestly, it was Deadpool, Fantastic Four, then X-Men. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We can do it. Yeah.
I can go first if you want. Or did you want to go?
Okay, yeah. No, no, you good, you good.
Deadpool. Oh my god. My favorite line was like, "Hey, buddy, this isn't my first pegging, but it is for Disney."
It is for Disney. It's like, oh my god. I love that we're kind of leaning into the fourth wall breaking,
Yeah. Oh
and
my god.
the first. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so it's really funny because a lot of I don't know if this is a reference to Ken from Barbie, but he was wearing a wig and a very flowery shirt, and it kind of looks like he was referencing Ken from Barbie. So I don't know if that's true, but it's just a little tidbit.
I think so. They kind of threw a somebody I would say somebody. It was New Rock Stars. I watched a lot of New Rock Stars.
Yeah.
Um, and they switched up the cast. I say the cast, but the host of the shows a little bit. But the new girl, she does a really. I don't know her name. Sorry guys, but she does a really fucking good job. I mean, I know that's what they do, but um, there's a reference in there to the Free Guy too in the
Oh.
trailer. Because
Oh.
he was because Ryan Reynolds was Free. Have you seen Free Guy?
I haven't seen it. I've seen a little bit. Is it worth?
It is definitely worth what's it called. And I'll give you a character spoiler
Okay.
as to like you at least Korg.
Korg. Oh, he appears in that movie.
Taika Waititi's in it.
Who?
The voice actor, the guy who
Oh,
voices
yeah, yeah,
Thor
yeah,
and wrote the last two Thor movies. We don't talk about the last one.
yeah. Yeah, we thought.
But no, but he's actually in it. He has a slightly important role in it, and it's actually he's a fun character in that one too. It's a good Kev. There are so many little Easter. That movie is like, hey, are you a superhero person and like games and have any sort of reference like references? This is for you.
Okay.
It's actually really worth because I watched it. I was like, what is this? It's Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds. Like, actually, never mind. Like I remember moments and I haven't watched it since the first time.
True.
To me, that's a mark of either a really good movie or a film that's rewatchable because like I don't have to watch it again to be like to remember certain moments, but it's worth watching again. So yeah, it's definitely worth it.
Oh, okay. I'll put it on my list and I'll watch it. But Deadpool. I don't know. It's just like there's another thing. Maybe Rockstar mentioned it. You know the scene where it looks like it's Wolverine in a tux and you just see his backside. A lot
Yeah,
a lot of people think it's gonna be Daniel Radcliffe. In
it's not. I
it's
know
not.
exactly who it is.
Uh, you can tell me.
They're leaning into the multiverse thing, and you know how we get. Did you watch the Marvels?
Yeah,
Okay, so you know how there's an alternate version of
Wolverine.
there's an alternate version of no. What's the girl that gets stuck in the what's it called like when they introduce Beast?
Oh, Photon.
Yeah, there's an alternate photon.
Captain Rambo, I believe.
Yeah, Captain Rambo. Captain
Yeah,
Rambo. Yeah.
yeah.
She is going to be I think she's going to be the patch variant of Wolverine. So like
Oh,
the ultra smooth what do you call it? Like it's 007, the ultra smooth
yeah. That's what I
007.
was thinking. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bondish kind of
it's
care.
think it's gonna be her.
Oh, like is she like disguised as like this character?
Well, no, I think she is going to be that universe's Wolverine because I
Oh,
think he's going to try to recruit different versions until he gets to whatever iteration
right,
that we recognize that they wind up fighting, in
right.
that hellscape that include I say the hellscape, but they have the Easter egg to 20th Century Fox like dying.
Yeah,
They still have the X up there, so they always those old X-Men films they always lingered on the X
yeah.
when the logo was dying out. I think that's when we're going to get to our canonically, our the Wolverine that we know.
Right.
But it's going to go through the universe is trying to recruit that one to kind of go clean up the timeline. But yeah, I think it's her.
Yeah. Um, a lot of people think that Loki's gonna appear in that movie. It makes a lot of sense. Um, it's really funny because I think it was either the Instagram or Twitter account for the Loki TV show actually
Mhm.
reposted the Deadpool thing. So it's like
Okay, so there's going to be some reference to it.
some
I
reference.
mean, there almost has to be because I really wish you would
I,
watch.
I'm gonna
You don't
watch
even have
it.
to watch Loki.
I'm gonna
You don't
watch
even have
it.
to watch Loki.
I'm
But they at least buying the rights back to X-Men, it allows Marvel to have like this is the first time I think this is the continuity that I think they've been trying to get to where everything kind of reflects everything else or pieces of.
mm-hmm.
So them buying it and then going through this multiverse, so, the multiverse of madness with Doctor Strange and Wanda, and now we know we're getting the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. But how do we bring them in? Oh crap! Hey, the Marvels. She goes through tearing the dimension. She fixes it, but then here's Beast. Here's Captain Rambo. It's like, oh shit! But there's a reference in at the end of that series of What If that ties Loki into it.
Okay, I have some homework to do. I have a lot of homework to do. Um,
And it's a quick moment, but it's good though. It's good. And apparently, the next season of What If will include the version of Captain America or Falcon that we know now,
yeah,
not just I don't know her name. Jesus Christ,
Captain
Agent
America.
Carter, not just
Oh,
Captain Carter.
yeah, Captain Carter. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, do you? I should watch Loki first, right? Then What If?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Cause I love What If series, but I'll get my shit together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What If is definitely really good, but Loki, or you could watch What If and then you would understand the it would make the moment in Loki maybe hit a little harder because they gave us Loki first and then What If. So if you watch Loki first and then What If, it's like, oh shit, hey, I recognize that.
Uh,
Or if you watch it, then you go back, it's like, oh, that's how they got to that. So either way, it could work. But that's what I think, because I didn't know until the last like couple weeks, Kevin Feige was working on those old X Men movies.
yeah, he was one of the producers. Yeah.
I had no idea until the last like 3 4 months. I was like, oh shit, but he really has had his hand in it for a long time. So I think maybe now it's getting closer to the brainchild he had X amount of time ago.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
Because now they actually have rights to all of the characters.
yeah.
Um, I have not seen Madam Web. I'm not sure I'm going to until it's on an app. But
Um, I don't,
um,
I don't think I will. Maybe I don't know, waste it or something.
yeah, I don't know how I feel about. I still don't. I know who Madam Web is. Don't come at me in the comments.
um,
But I also don't like because people. I knew one of the complaints was this isn't the Madam Web that I read. Cause like, did you want the old decrepit Madam Web that was sitting in a chair and couldn't do shit? Like, 'cause that's a Madam Web too. But I don't think that'd make a very interesting movie. Basically, just be Odin at that point.
my one of my friends told me like apparently Sony when they bought the rights from Marvel, they signed a contract, but they have to make a Spider-Man movie every 5 years in 9 months.
Ew.
But it's like, it doesn't make sense for a Madam Web movie because they release across the Spider Verse, so it's like
Right. Like we already kind of.
unless it's just particularly live action Spider-Man, then okay, that makes sense, I suppose. But to make a Madam Web movie was kind of dumb. Like, what they're gonna do at the end? Is it gonna like their own version, like this, the Sony universe, like Venom, Morbius,
Craven.
Craven, and Madam Web? Is that who wants that dream team?
That's no one.
Like,
I'll put it this way: even Morbius, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to be funny. I still have yet to finish that movie because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna lock in and watch it, and I passed out with my head in my chest in my chair. I was fully awake. I had a half drink, a can of rain. I had fresh caffeine in me, Kev. 150 milligrams of fresh caffeine and snooze fest. So I will have to commit to getting to that, but because I will subject myself to it, because so at least to say, hey, I watched it, and I still want to watch the second Venom movie. I haven't yet. That one hurts because I did like the first one. I know people had their complaints, but
mm,
that was, well, okay. Well, what was your opinion on it? Because I don't. Yeah,
Venom, Let There Be Carnage. It was okay. It does definitely feel like the plot was rushed because like they try to like they try to put a subplot that Venom and Eddie aren't looking eye to eye. Venom leaves Eddie to go look for other life, and then he slowly realizes that Eddie's the only one he could be friends with and shit. And of course, the idea is that Eddie's like the only person that's compatible with Venom because Venom's just hopping to people, and then like
hmm.
then like Carnage, and they have a subplot with Carnage and that chick, their childhood love life, because I don't know why they're both convicted, which is convenient.
They're both felons.
And then like, do you want me to spoil it for you, or you don't care?
Yeah, you can. I don't care about spoilers. I'm the
Cool.
I people. At least I know, pissing my girlfriend off like tremendously. But it's like you can tell me about it. I'll still watch it. Still go into it. I want to see it. She's like, no, you have to watch it because I was gonna watch House of Dragons.
Yeah,
I was fully prepared to burn through House of Dragons and then go back into Game of Thrones.
yeah,
And she was like, "No, you have to watch Game of Thrones first." It's like, but House of Dragons seemed like it's fire, and I really like that right now. And I was like two
yeah.
episodes in, so she was like, "No, you have to watch, and no, you have to watch Game of Thrones first." And I was like, "Well, I'm in season 2, episode 2 of Game of Thrones, and I was starting to fucking hate it." I think this is a fresh way to get back into it. I can have a new perspective. And then she said that, and now I haven't watched it, and now I haven't touched either show in a fucking year and a half. So there's that. Hope season 2 of House of Dragons doesn't come out because I'm fucking cooked. And now I got years worth of footage to watch. Like that's the thing. I already know how Game of Thrones ends, but I committed to watching. It was like, all right, I'm kind of getting sick of this. And then House of Dragons came. I was like, ooh, new perspective, new way to look at it. Hey, let me watch this. Holy fuck, I really like this. 2 episodes in. No, you have to. All right, I'm out.
Okay, that was funny. So Let There Be Carnage. For some reason, this is strange. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I mean, I guess it worked out. So like the girlfriend, conveniently, she could screech hypersonic pitch or whatever. So she conveniently had like a weakness against Carnage. Because obviously, because of that, the subplot, like, oh, something bad goes between Carnage and, well, I guess I should say Cassidy and the girl. And I
Right.
was like, okay, that's cool, but it just didn't feel like, an epic fight. Honestly, it just really didn't feel that way. And
Oh, so that was supposed to be the big
because yeah,
hurrah.
yeah, because Venom and Carnage. I mean, Carnage is Venom's offspring, but like they're kind of like mortal enemies, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It
Because
just
yeah,
it just didn't feel that way. Like I would watch Venom over that. Venom not to be Carnage. I will say that I think the fight scene with Venom and Carnage was better than the first movie's fight scene. The last what's his name? The gray
uh,
symbiote, the white one? No, the gray
yeah.
one.
Basically, that's all. That's what you could have just said, Grace Symbiote, because that's all the
Yeah,
fuck it is. It
yeah,
is.
basically.
I can't even remember the name of it, but yeah, it was basically same, like same. It's the same problem that they always say is in every game, but it's like
Yeah.
the same powers versus. But hey, Eddie, we're friends. And,
I,
I like you, Eddie. It's
I,
like,
li-
all right,
I like that movie so much. But I was like,
but I do like it. But that last scene was dark as hell.
it was dumb. It wasn't that great. Like I don't know. Just
No, it was more the dynamics that they gave or the personality that they gave to Venom.
yeah,
And then fucking Tom Hardy is Tom Hardy.
yeah, yeah,
Pretty fucking good.
yeah. Um, did you want to give your thoughts on Deadpool?
I'm excited about it. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know what it is about me, but those second movies kind of always take me out.
Uh,
But then like the third one is like, huh? If it's good, I'm like, okay, you know what? I grow an appreciation for the second for the second one. It's like Guardians of the Galaxy, full send. I'm all in. Number two, I don't know about this. And then the third one, yeah, it was Rocket Story the entire fucking time. Yeah, Groot's a god. Fuck yeah. Like, like it grew on me.
definitely.
So with that in mind, it's like, so with that being said, type shit, it was like I'm excited for Deadpool 3, and also because it's supposed to help clean up, this mess of a multiverse we currently have.
Right.
But no, I'm excited about it. I'm definitely excited about it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's
It has my glorious King Wolverine in it.
right. It's gonna be a good time.
And
Um,
Wolverine is always one of my favorite characters, like
def-
ever. It was him, Hulk, and fucking Spider Man, and then Batman,
definitely.
and then Iron Man,
Yeah.
and then the Joker. I know.
A lot.
Like,
Go
no, go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead.
Okay, a lot of
No,
people. A lot,
you're still you typical. Go ahead.
a lot of people think that Sabretooth gonna appear in that movie. I will note, if you realize, Deadpool is punched through the Fox or some pillar or a wall, I don't think that's Wolverine because Wolverine slices and dices.
Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think it will be Wolverine punching that. So it's like I think it would be cool if it be Hulk, but I kind of think it would be like Sabretooth because it makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Oh, I didn't want to say there's a who was that? God damn it. The first iteration of Pyro was in there.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah. When I heard like Pyro, I was like, I wasn't hip. Then my friend told me, and then I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Then like it makes you wonder who else they're gonna bring, Blob, Toad. I don't know.
Oh, speaking of, you said I think Toad. I think a lot of people are thinking Toad might make
Appearance.
an appearance, but I'm thinking because if they do this whole like, if they're keeping the continuity, trying to clean it up. You saw there was a Fantastic Four vehicle in there. One of the four cars was the Fantastic Four car.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a Fantastic Four car in there. So I'm wondering if we'll see uh what's the boy's name? Steve Rogers, but when he was
Skinny.
Human Torch.
Oh, yo, that'd be a weird way to bring back Chris Evans, but
Yeah,
uh,
like because it's I mean, to be a cameo because they're cleaning up the whatchacom, but it's like if this is really a purge, quote unquote, like like they went through and fought Elias, so this is a separate version of that whatchacom we saw in Loki season one.
yeah.
It's like, and this is where all these other timelines have gone. There is a Fantastic Four car. The very first car in that lineup is definitely the Fantastic Four car,
Okay.
and I'm wondering if they'll have either that first version of like the whole. I don't think they'll have the whole Fantastic Four like from the first movie like they did, but I wonder if like all of them in the car. But it would definitely be cool to see Chris Evans one more time, but then like as Human Torch again instead of Captain America.
It would be cool if they brought back the not like the original actor, but like the one from Fox in 2005 or whatever the era was, like the Dr. Reed and Sue Storm. That would be
Yeah,
cool.
Jessica Alba and them, yeah, because you wouldn't
Yeah,
have to keep them long, but I don't know if they would want to pay them that money either.
right. It would
So
be
it's a thing, but it'd be cool to
it would
see.
be really cool, but I don't know. The interesting thing is that they didn't because Elektra was confirmed to be in that movie, Deadpool and Wolverine, but she
Yeah,
didn't
I saw
appear.
that. Yeah,
She didn't appear in the trailer, so it's like that's
yeah, they
interesting.
might. Oh my God. Oh fuck, that was Jennifer Gardner, wasn't it?
Yeah, Jennifer Garner came back to you know
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm.
Side note. I mean, you go ahead. You go. I'll just say that. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know,
Yeah.
Jennifer Garner, I believe she was in the Hulk movies as well, like the first one or two.
Okay.
I'm like 80% sure. I might be horribly wrong.
Okay.
However, whoever, if they're the same person, let me look it up. So I'm not. Hey Siri, was Jennifer Garner in either of the first two Hulk movies? Jennifer Gardner, IMDb. Let's see. I knew she was in Alias, and I didn't watch that either. But if this is the same woman I'm thinking of, I've never liked her face. It's just a personal thing. I'm sorry. I can't take her seriously. She has 65 nominations for Emmys. What the hell? What is television?
But it's
13
television.
going on 30. Okay, I
What?
know she was in Daredevil.
What?
She was in Juno.
Sopranos and Breaking Bad. Basically.
Um, basically, let me see. Hang
Yeah.
on, because I'm trying to see if either of those movies is on here, and if it is, this is the person I'm thinking of. Um, oh, one. Okay, maybe not. Who the hell was that? Okay, I might lay off for a little bit because I don't see the movie in here. Who was that horrifying? Who was the woman in Hulk in like the first Hulk movie?
Are you talking about Betty Ross?
Yeah, who played Betty Ross?
No idea. I will note that I think that actress who played in the Edward Norton Hulk movie, she came back to voice Betty Ross in the What If series, I believe.
Okay, wasn't that? It was oh 08. It was the oh 08 Hulk. Who was Betty Ross?
I don't know.
One of them was it Liv Tyler?
Mm.
One of the two of them was absolutely horrifying because everything that they said, every time they said Bruce, Bruce, their voice was so light and annoyingly breathy. It's like, God, can you breathe? Can you Bruce? Oh my God, Bruce, I'm so sorry. Bruce. Every time she saw Hulk, Bruce, Bruce. It's like, shut the fuck up. It was a little thing, but it was so fucking annoying. Even as a child, it's like, yeah, this is taking me out. Not the Hulk dogs, not Hulk fighting these, these gamma radiated dogs. Like not that. That was bad too. Not them just casually destroying whatever poor cabin that was. Him running around and contaminating sodas at a plant. It was her voice. It was Bruce, Bruce. Oh my
uh,
God, Bruce. And then that I think it was the '08 one where he's like, oh shit, it's Betty. And he sweats off his Hulk form. That pissed me off, I'm not gonna lie.
oh, like he was able to control his form. Is that what
So, well, no,
bothered?
it's not that he was able to control it. Kev, if you look it up, he melted into Bruce. Like the Hulk just sweated. It's like a water monster just like shed it off of him, and then as he shrunk, he like a small lake's worth of water just washed off of him, and it's like you telling me the Hulk is just overhydrated? Like what the fuck is this? It's
I
like
I
it was
don't.
something small, but that was
Yeah,
one of those moments took me the fuck out,
I don't
all the
remember.
way the
I
fuck out.
don't remember that. That's
If I
crazy.
find it, I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
Because that was one of those movies I got like really young as a kid, and I didn't get a whole bunch like on disc. And I
Yeah.
had and one of those years for Christmas, my mother got me a little like portable DVD player.
Oh,
So the DVDs I had, I ran them shits till they burned.
true.
And that was one of them. I fucking love the Hulk. I didn't give a fuck that the movie was. In hindsight, it's like it was cool for the time, but it wasn't that great, but it was cool.
Yeah.
But as I'm older, it's like, how dare you make the Hulk some overhydrated wannabe liver king? What is wrong with you? That oh my god, my wannabe girlfriend whose dad hates me and sends missiles and the entire military after me every 12 seconds. They had to bone her because I want to do the devil's tangle with his daughter. Like it's like it's like Betty melt. No, he's a rage monster and has literally killed Bruce to stay alive. Stop it!
All right.
Stop it!
Um,
He
I
doesn't care about puny Banner. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I completely forgot what the side note was.
Oh shit, my bad.
No, that's cool. It's just I just find it funny.
I'm sorry.
Nah, that's cool. Do you ever hear about this meme where like how you have a friend and you consider it a best friend? Apparently in that relationship, apparently one person has fond memories of you guys being friends and shit, and then the other person has goldfish memory.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the goldfish, but it's just funny. But it's just like I don't know. It's just like I don't remember. It was something I was gonna say, but I just don't remember anymore. Like, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. If I forgot, it was barely. I don't know. But
Sorry.
nah, no, don't worry. It's not. There's nothing wrong with it. But like I
You
never.
started talking about the Hulk, and every time it comes up, I'm just like, ah,
Right. I uh
Liv Tyler.
I never seen the 2003 one, the 2003 Hulk, but I did see the Edward Norton one, which I liked a lot. But yeah. I loved the Hulk growing up, but I don't know, I did kind of just changed now to me. I guess because the MCU right now, how to use the Hulk. But we'll see for Captain America movie, the new one that's coming out eventually. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll see, because that'll definitely play into the Thunderbolts.
that is definitely true. I don't know which is coming out first. I know Captain America is coming out a year from now. I'm I do know that I think Thunderbolts was supposed to come out this year, but Deadpool,
And they pushed it right.
yeah, Deadpool took that spot. So is
I
Thunderbolts?
say I don't.
I don't think Thunderbolts is coming
Whatever.
out this year because Florence Pug yesterday confirmed that they're filming that movie yesterday. So I don't think it's coming out this year because the only
Yeah.
MCU movie
So,
coming out this year is Deadpool and Wolverine. Hmm.
yeah, I think that I'm totally okay with that because I know the Thunderbolts are supposed to be like the secret team. It would make more sense for Brave New World or whatever to come out first.
Yeah.
because that'll establish like little like secret whatever's, and then we would be able to get like why the Thunderbolts comes into play or who's running the Thunderbolts. I think it's just going to be Homegirl from uh whatever whatever Dreyfus. Like I think it's going to be her working with the CIA or the government, and
Oh
that'll be their
yeah.
little team.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. I don't know where some of these characters fit in because like Ghost was not a good character.
It was okay. I'm kind of looking forward for David Harbour to come back as Red Guardian. I think I kind of like his
Yeah,
character a
yeah, yeah.
lot.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, that'll
Yeah,
be
that's
cool.
gonna be cool.
TK Harper. It's like I know. So before I say it, how did you feel about
Black Widow.
No, not Black Widow, not the Black Widow movie. The oh my God, Hellboy, the Hellboy movie. How did you feel
We
about
saw
that?
it together, don't you remember?
Oh yeah, okay. How did you feel about that? Because
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I think they nailed the actor. I mean, the last actor before David Harbour, he was good too. He had the
he was
voice for
good.
sure.
He
He had
was
the
good.
yeah, but that story, I'm sorry,
Dog shit.
it was dumb. Like I watched it, I was like, I don't know what's happening. Like this happened for some reason. Now they have to do this, and it's like that was that was before COVID. That was like 2018 or 17, right?
Yeah, that was the same year as because it came out right around the same time as Endgame, right?
I I think so. Like
I
a
think so
maybe
because
maybe like a year
it was
or
the Magic Johnson Theater,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I feel like it was very close in time. But it
Yeah,
was like, okay, cool, we can Hellboy movies, they can Harborough, and we know like they nailed the actor.
yeah,
And then
definitely.
we get to it, it's like, what the fuck are the reasons for these things happening? Like it was there were some real misses
Yeah, definitely.
in that.
Are you a Hellboy fan by chance?
I am. I don't. I used to read it a lot. Of course, it's me. I used to read it a lot more than I watched it. But then when they came out with it, I was like, "Ooh, shit! Yeah, this is great."
Okay.
But I definitely like over time, kind of, like you lose track of stuff. So I don't know, like if there's new comics or new continuity, new stories, that sort of thing. But yeah, I definitely am a Hellboy fan.
I will say two things. I love the artist who draws most of the Hellboy recently, and
It's unique.
yeah, it's really good. Like it doesn't bother with midtones, and it wants you to have like a shadow and then like a saturated color. And it just looks great. I love it. Um Now my second thing, I don't know if you noticed, there's actually a video game for Hellboy. It came out, I think it came out this year or last year.
Really?
Yeah, there's a Hellboy game. It was announced like I think last maybe like 2 years ago. I don't know. Or Summer's Game Fest last year. I don't know. But
Huh.
if you're interested, you should check it out. I don't know if it did well, but I think it came out. I don't know.
Well, I hadn't heard of it, but
Yeah,
I'm definitely interested. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah. I think Deadpool we can call Deadpool. I think we're done with Deadpool. Honestly, I can't think of anything else. Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
I think everybody's rightfully looking forward to that one.
I'm excited. Like the movies I'm excited for this year are like. Have you heard of Try Guys or Try Guy? No.
I have.
It
I
has
have.
it has Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling. I'm excited. I kind of want to watch that.
Okay.
Um, and then Deadpool and Wolverine. That's really it. Um, you want to talk about the announcements for not Final Fantasy, Fantastic Four?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. It looks cool. The it's really strange because like when I think about rumors for Marvel, they're always right, but then like rumors for other things, like for Smash Bros or shit, they're always wrong. It's really
Oh, what's
funny.
wrong?
Yeah, like they're always. It's so strange. Like for example, Spider-Man No Way From Home. That rumor was really big, and then I didn't. I was a disbeliever. I was a disbeliever. I didn't believe they would pop up in the movie, and I was so shocked when I saw it in theaters. Yeah, but yeah, Peter Pascal is the new Doctor Reed. I don't know who Kirby. I don't know who Vanessa Kirby is, but a lot of people were like, oh, because there's the artist Kirby. Some I forget his name. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's Stan Kirby. I don't think so. But there's a.
Uh,
He's
no,
a
but
very
I know what you're talking about.
he's a very iconic comic artist. That last name is Kirby, and then
Trey
there's
Kirby. Nope, nope, not Trey. Trey, that's a whole
is
different thing.
is it
Nope.
Steve Kirby? I don't know.
Honestly, don't remember.
But it's really
No, it's
cool.
okay.
I don't know if I'm a million percent correct, but I saw this on Twitter. Apparently, the guy who played Micro from Punisher is gonna be the new Ben Grimm, the new thing. And I'm like,
Really?
okay, that's cool. Like I don't know if I'm right, but I think I saw it on Twitter. So I'm like, that's cool. But I think the biggest coolest thing is that Flash, not Flash, what's his name? The Human Torch is gonna be played by Eddie Munson, and I thought that was cool. Yeah,
Okay, you did.
yeah.
It's not necessarily bad.
I
It
just,
just wouldn't have been like my first pick when I think of because it was. I might have to look and see what else he was in and get a better idea of how I feel about him as an actor
yeah,
before I like make final judgment, quote unquote. Because like Eddie Munson was a cool like surprise type character, right?
definitely. He's kind of like a wild card.
Right, but
Yeah,
I don't know that. But I haven't seen enough of him as an actor to be like, ooh, he can be, like
yeah.
because because like Human Torch, like he is a
Like,
he is a wild card, but he is also like he can make a fucking supernova. Like he is a real fucking problem
definitely.
in the so I don't know how I feel about that at least that casting. Like not that I had a huge expectation of, and after the last one, sweet Jesus. Um,
Yeah, cause
Michael B. Jordan, you're great, but Killmonger was definitely way more you than Flame Boy.
yeah. It
It's
just
like, oh, he races cars. He's a badass shit. You know,
right, right.
it's like, all right, at that point, cast Vin Diesel. Fuck.
You know, when you said Killmonger, it reminds me of the scene from Black Panther that like the guy who's like he's like the vibranium expert in that museum scene where they steal a vibranium spear.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then like he lets go one of I think it's a guard. He lets
Yeah,
them run
Call.
away, call, and then he lets them run and he shoots them. And I'm like, it was such a good scene. But then
Makes us
it's
look more like amateurs.
huh?
That shit was hilarious. He was like, it makes us look more like amateurs.
Yeah.
But right.
Makes the crime scene more messy or some shit. But then it's like
Yeah,
it's sad because that
he's a
guy,
really good
he's a
actor.
good actor, but like they
That's
killed him. I forget his name.
what's it called? I didn't know until more recently he did some of the. There was another movie in Marvel where they needed mocap,
Oh,
and they actually used him. They
yeah.
used him and I think it might have been Doctor Strange for Dormammu.
Oh,
It was like one of the bigger like like ethereal type being characters, but
okay.
they used him and Doc and Benedict Cumberbatch
Yeah.
to do the mocap because he does the God, why can't I remember his name? But he does the mocap for
The Hobbit.
he no, the Planet of the Apes.
He does the so like that guy. He's like the mocap legend because like
Yeah.
he did that for the Planet of the Apes, and he does is it Smeagol from Lord of the Rings?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
he's the fucking goat.
yeah. I like him for Alfred for the new Batman series, not the new movie.
He
Yeah,
was Batman.
yeah.
I mean, not Batman, but Alfred. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It, it's really funny because he actually directed Venom Let There Be Carnage.
Really?
He directed that one.
That is proof that just because you can do something or you're good at one part of filmmaking, that you are not good at others. My God.
Um, there's a have you seen Werewolf by Night?
The new one or
The one that
where was
the
my night?
special that came out 2 years ago. It's a
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
so
They
that
released it in color too. I gotta watch it, but
yeah, so that guy Michael Giannacci or something,
uh
he did the instrumental, the soundtrack for the Batman. There is
Aquino, there you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
Giacchino. There's a I don't think it's a rumor. There's a report that he's gonna direct the Midnight Suns movie, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I liked him in general because that soundtrack for the Batman, it's so I like it.
It's fire. He's done a
Yeah,
lot of stuff, but
yeah,
he's really fucking good.
yeah. But what were we talking? We were talking about the Fantastic Four. Um,
Right, 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 right.
yeah,
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. It's really cool because like he's Mandalorian. He's Joel from Last of Us. Now he's gonna be Doctor Reed. It's kind of crazy, and I have a T-shirt that has like all his popular portrayals of his in his acting career, and it
Hmm.
just seems like that guy, whoever made that T-shirt, needs to update it now because he's
He's
done.
updated now.
Yeah, it's really cool. But I'm
I
excited.
know a lot of people were this is where I feel like if people actually fucking read comics ever, they'd be more excited than they are. Because I know I heard a lot of people complaining about it. It's like, oh, I don't know if I want Pedro Pascal. We're getting an older version of Reed Richards, right?
Yeah.
But there is a alternate version of Reed Richards that is an absolute fucking monster.
Oh.
Called the I think it's the Creator.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same way there's a Council of Kangs, there's a Council of Reeds that is just as crazy. That is just as crazy. Like he saw, but that's the thing. Like he actually like created a pocket dimension. He created like there's a version of him where like the Council of Reeds creates a pocket dimension to solve world hunger.
Oh wow.
But one of them goes rogue and basically just like, no, we're just gonna destroy everything. Fuck you guys. And
When you mentioned the council, it just reminds you of Rick and Morty.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Go ahead.
but no, it was just. But I'm saying, but we get an older version of Reed Richards. So this is a smarter Reed Richards. Like the Reed Richards we got in the first couple of what's it called are all young, brand new to their powers.
Yeah.
This one should be more experienced. This one should be more intelligent.
Yeah.
He could be the replacement in actuality of the Tony Stark character we had, sort of the tech.
A lot of
He
people
won't have the tech part, but
have been saying that. Yeah.
well, I
Uh
didn't even know because I'm not on social media that much,
okay.
but I'm saying, but then that could progress into us getting, that could progress to us evolving into the creator, X Men versus Avengers versus the what's it called. That could progress into us getting a version the Phoenix Force after Jean Grey loses it, and it's so crazy. That could be so fucking crazy. Yo. I'm actually way more excited now.
That's good.
The nerd in me is smiling.
Yeah. Um how do you feel about John Krasinski playing as Dr. Reed in the Doctor Strange movie? The guy from The
I'm
Office.
okay with it because I know a lot of people are like, oh, we want John Krasinski. Okay, cool. He played it for the and we played it. He did play the role,
Yeah.
but we know now there are multiverses. So it's not that he's not in it anymore. He's just not the main continuity.
Um
So the stories that we see the most, he won't be that version, but he could still be in the fucking movie.
he could be in it, but it'll be a flashback cuz he gets killed by Wanda.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. But there could be it could be a flashback, but we don't know if there's another John Krasinski as another character. He might be because like that's the thing with Marvel. They might not all be. You might see the same characters but different, but they have different roles. Like if you're meant to be a hero, you're meant to be a hero. If it's an alternate version where the villains are the heroes and the former heroes are the villains, you might have instead. It's just like Thomas Wayne being Batman instead of Bruce in another universe
Uh,
because his wife and kid got killed instead.
that's true.
It's the same as there is one universe. She's Captain Rambo, who's Photon's mother. There's Captain Rambo, who works with the X-Men.
Yeah.
But then she might be Wolverine. There's a universe where she's Wolverine,
Right.
and Hugh Jackman might be fucking Sabretooth. You never know.
Oh.
Like there's there's the same people. Um, what's the oh god the Beyonders? You ever heard of the Beyonders?
No.
Okay, the Beyonders are just um I believe they're like an alien race, whatever. But long story short, there's a character throughout every multiverse or every universe in the Marvel universe that acts like that. The Beyonders kind of put in place in every single one of them because he acts as a bomb, basically like his power scale. He acts as a bomb that could destroy that universe. So if the
Oh.
Beyonders trigger him, so if the Beyonders like trigger him or whatever the case may be, he can be used to Whatchacom. And there actually is a storyline. That's how we get Doctor Doom and Battle World.
I think I have a comic for Battle World, but it's
Yeah.
not it doesn't have Doctor I don't think it has Doctor Doom.
But there's a version of the Battle World that I'm thinking of. Doctor Doom runs it all, but it's because these are pieces of universe that have all been exploded of multiverses that have all been exploded, and these are like shambles that are left of it, and he smashes them all together and he rules them all.
Mm,
But it happens because of the Beyonders. But but like this character was the same across. He's always going to be this person.
okay.
In every universe, that's the same person he's meant to be the destroyer of, right? Or like the bomb that can be set off to what's it called. But every other character, like you go through and you might see it's the same thing. You might not see John Krasinski again as Reed Richard, but he might be Human Torch in another one. He might be Charles Xavier in another one, in another universe.
Okay.
So if they visit these different multiverses, they might pull him back. Just like the same we said, hey, we might see Chris Evans as
Human
Human Torch
Torch.
again.
Yeah.
We see Pyro. We're going to see Pyro in this one, but we might see a newer Pyro in the upcoming X Men. The new iteration of X Men. But this will be the main quote unquote, or what Marvel, what it comes identified through Loki as as the sacred timeline,
Yeah.
as opposed to one of these alternate universes that coexist but aren't clashing into each other anymore, unless they go the incursion route, which is how the Beyonders happen, which is how Battleworld happens, which is Doctor Doom. So I'm interested to see how they play it, but they have a lot of work. They have a lot of stuff they could actually play with now. So I'm excited.
That's true.
So John Krasinski is not in the main continuity, but John Krasinski, while he was a older Reed Richards, he's not the Reed Richards we'll see consistently. And
Right.
or it might be that Pedro Pascal is their limit and is just there for X amount of time, and to make sure that there is a void filled by Reed Richards, they bring John Krasinski back. But John Krasinski's is actually the creator, the evil, like the altruist, like the unaltruist, like the Tony Stark, but like took it the step too far and actually put a suit of armor in a suit of armor everywhere, like that version of Tony,
Yeah.
or like the Tony that created the extremists, like that version. It might be that's how we get creator like he's supposed to be a different iteration of. I don't know what it's all depends on what how Kevin Feige and Marvel wants to play it, but I don't think that he's done with it because the fans requested it, and the fact that they gave it to us means that they might have more plans for it. And while he died, there are more multiverses. There's a
Yeah.
version where because Childish Gambino was trying to play Miles Morales forever, but now
Oh.
it's continuity that, and at least the main continuity, um he's
Uncle.
Miles Morales' uncle. He's
Yeah.
Prowler,
Yeah.
but in another universe, he might actually be Miles Morales.
Apparently, I think for Into the Spider Verse, was it Into the Spider Verse? No, it Across the Spider Verse where Childish
Mhm.
Gambino appeared.
Yeah, he
Um,
had the cameo. Yeah, yeah.
apparently it was shot like weeks before the premiere, and their stand-in before the recording for that was a South Park cutout of Childish Gambino.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, God.
That's hilarious. But that's the thing. But there might be because I mean, right now we know Miles Morales exists in the MCU because his uncle was there.
Yeah,
Like, or Prowler exists. Prowler doesn't exist, and Prowler never exists without a Miles Morales. Hell, sometimes Miles Morales is Prowler. So as we've seen. So
right.
don't get me started on that
I
bullshit
know.
again.
um,
Bullshit ass long ass movie for Nick's finally winning her teardrop watercolor emotional world.
yeah.
Fuck off my screen. Give us the real stuff. I'm sorry.
um, I don't remember what I was gonna say, but we could. I was gonna say, oh, I don't know. You probably don't know this, but Disney a couple weeks ago announced that they're gonna be a movie about Mandalorian and Guru, the little Yoda baby. But
Oh, really?
recently, this is strange because apparently Pedro Pascal isn't signed yet to be Mandalorian, and it's like what? That's crazy because he there's been 3 seasons of him as Mandalorian, and it's like for him not to be in the movie is very strange. But
Don't tell me they're trying to pull some multiverse shit
oh,
with him
Mandalorian.
too.
I don't know. I just feel
With
that's
some
a
of the actors with Star Wars too. That would be nasty,
that would be
actually.
weird because like well Star Wars is its own universe. I don't know if they have any time travel, space bending, whatever's. But I feel like since their universe is so vast, they don't have to do that.
Yeah, they don't have to do that.
They
Yeah,
really
that
don't. But that's just a tidbit, honestly. But
would have been interesting.
we can go into the X-Men trailer. I liked it.
X-Men 97.
Yeah, I liked it, but
Yeah.
it just I watched it when I was young, so I don't really remember much of it. It's really strange because I remember kind of like Apocalypse and the Mayan temple stuff like that.
Hmm.
But this it looks good. It looks promising. They're really building up to it because they're actually releasing the old cartoon episodes at a time till the premiere of the new cartoon, and I thought that was cool.
It's a continuation type thing.
It's a continuation apparently. Um,
Huh.
I think
Okay,
so.
I'm not mad at it.
Have you seen the trailer?
This is a continuation of X-Men Evolution, right?
I thought it
The
was
one from
I
the
thought it was the
90s.
'98 one or '97. I don't know because the new
Okay.
one's called '97, X-Men '97. So
Okay.
I would
So then,
imagine that the old cartoons come from '96 then. I don't know, but it
okay.
looks cool. Um, it seems like Magneto's trying to become the new Xavier for some reason, and
Well, there is a reality, at least like there are points where he does become the leader of the X-Men.
okay,
So maybe that's what it is. Is Xavier in this? I feel like he
he's
was.
he's in it, but apparently he's dying or something. I don't know.
That does happen, and
Yeah,
that's how. So I don't know how they're gonna play that. Are they gonna go the Cassandra Nova route, like his evil twin, or something else?
I don't know. You have to wait till like is it March or April? I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah.
God damn it, Marvel. But no, it definitely looks good. I'm excited about it.
It looks good.
'Cause-
Um, that's another show I have to watch, which is gonna be not kind of annoying.
but that might be more passive. You can probably say, no, that's a cartoon. It might be a lot more of an easy watch. You
Yeah,
know,
it's not part of the MCU, right? I don't think it would be.
I don't think it's directly a part of the MCU, but it is. You know, like a X-Men story. So there might be some Easter eggs or hints
It could
every
be.
now and then.
It could be potentially, like they
Right?
could,
Yeah.
like it could, they could have a reference of the X-Men cartoon in like Deadpool movie, the new one.
Right.
But
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. But I'm excited. It looks cool. A lot of people. We didn't talk about the Deadpool thing where he locks and
Oh,
loads
you
his
know, it
guns.
might be Kev, because I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah.
The same way they did whatever with what the fuck is that show that just came out that was borderline trash?
Echo.
Yeah, Echo.
What about it?
Um Echo, they had like like Marvel and then like whatever, but it's supposed to be like a more like story driven, emotional story driven type of deal.
Hmm.
This one said Marvel and then like animation or something to that. It wasn't Marvel animation, but it was something to that effect.
I think it
It's like a new
Marvel
go
Studios
ahead.
Animation. I think I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's like a new like because I guess they're going through like different labels. Like they had a different label to go through to do
Echo.
the werewolf and
Oh yeah, special
werewolf
presentation.
and Nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was like a separate, like it was like a sister or like a underneath of this. Like, hey, it's Marvel and associated with Marvel, but it's like but this is a label that'll focus more on like story driven or or like art, whatever the case may be. So I'm wondering if it will have some relevance to the MCU as a whole
Right.
because I think because now they can do that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. But we didn't talk about the reload of Deadpool. Not reload of Deadpool, but when he was reloading in the trailer, and it's just like really cool.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and then he has the. Did you see? He has the custom what you call 'em, the custom guns. So he has his logo on the bottom of the guns.
Oh, are you talking about those backs, those Uzis?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people think that's gonna be a Deadpool girl. I don't know if I'm right.
Really?
Yeah, a lot
Huh.
of people think that's Deadpool girl because in that particular scene, that person is wearing different gloves. That's the
Huh.
logic, but I don't know.
Okay.
Would be cool, but I don't know either.
Hopefully it's not Weapon 11.
No idea what that is.
You don't know Weapon 11, kid.
Is that
It was the first version of Deadpool that we got.
nah, I'm not hip. I'm not a.
So it was in X Men
Oh,
Origin Wolverine
that
that version.
guy.
That's Weapon 11. Yeah, it's still
Oh,
Ryan Reynolds, but he doesn't talk.
yeah.
The whole
God,
thing with Deadpool, he fucking talks. So.
that's ironic. Yeah,
Does
but
it? But that I mean, and then even I know people were complaining about it. I totally get to what's it called, but even had strikers say, Wade, if you didn't have that mouth on, you'd be a hell of a soldier. So of course, when he makes his son a soldier officially, gonna shut his mouth.
right,
No one wants to hear from a soldier. You do as I command and keep it pushing, pal.
right.
So.
Yeah.
But I'm okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you, are you a fan of John Wick?
Of course.
Yeah. I didn't tell you this, but I should have told you probably the last episode. But my friend, he got me to watch like the rest of the 2 through 4 of John Wick, and I watched it, and it was great.
I haven't watched four yet. Damn
You
it!
haven't seen
I haven't
4?
watched four. No, I haven't seen
Oh
four
my
yet.
god, you should watch 4. It's good.
Oh, two and three, of course.
Yeah, 2 and 3 are great. I love 3. But 4, it's good too. You should watch 4. I'll recommend that. Um, have you seen
I'll check it out.
Continental?
Yes, I have seen Continental.
I haven't seen it, but you can tell me your thoughts on that if you want.
Wait, have I?
I don't know. It's the TV show
You
one,
know
right?
what? I have. It was the TV show one. It was
Yeah.
on
Hulu?
what's it called? I think it might have been on Hulu. It's been just long enough. It's escaped me
Okay.
because I think I was gonna watch it for the pod, and I watched these episode one, and then we had so much other shit to watch, and then something else happened,
Okay.
and we just never went back to it. So I'll refresh myself before I remember I was rather pleased. I'll say that. I can say that
Oh,
solidly.
okay. Because a lot of people didn't like that one for some reason.
I mean, you don't have to. I know it's not John Wick, but it's the hotel. It's establishing the hotel as a character. Like it's world building.
Okay.
Sorry, you didn't get. I'm sorry you didn't get. Uh, John Wick smashing Boban Marjanovich's head in. And killing him with a library book, where he also had something. Hidden in there. I'm sorry, but not everything can be about your murderous intent. Being satisfied. So.
Oh my god. Yeah, you have some homework to do.
Yeah, I
Y-
do. So we both have homework to do. You
I,
have Marvel
I have
homework
a
to
lot
do.
of homework to do, but yeah, that last John Wick was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
gotta watch it. Is it on any app or do I have to rent it?
I don't know. I imagine maybe Stars. I don't know if it's on
Okay,
Apple Plus or anything, or Apple
I'll
TV. I
check it out.
mean, I don't
I'll try
know.
to find it.
Yeah.
As I said, Aquaman is on the list today. But
Okay, that's fine. Do you want to wrap it up? Because I don't have anything new to tell.
yeah, we can. Yeah,
Yeah, it's been like 2 hours.
I'll get my rest in early today.
That's good.
A
Yeah.
little nappy nap. We get ready for the next 4 days out of this 6-day work week again.
Mm, true. Okay. Guys, thank you for watching. If you watched this to the very end, thank you. You are a homie. You are great. You are the homeboy.
Get a Bon Chiggity D. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, let me know what you guys think on this episode in particular, and if there's any improvements we can do or any opinions or concerns, let us know. And Dre, take it away.
All right, you have been listening to the Final Battle podcast, and Final Battle. Fucking Christ, I can't speak. You've been listening to the Final Battle podcast. I'm one half your podcasting duties, Big Dre, Don Luke Cage. The other half is Big Kev, Mister Commission himself. Love that for the big homie. Um, Next week, we look forward to listening to Kev's first experience running a D&D campaign. I'm
Oh
very
yeah,
interested about that.
definitely.
And hopefully we get some new Marvel stuff, some new nerd stuff to nerd out about. I might watch
Definitely.
some Elden Rings and maybe come in here and nerd out with Kev about some Elden Rings next week
Right.
and keep rocking on the free world. And like Nardwar, do.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Let's see.